Hi guys, welcome back to the Humble Gamer channel. I am the Humble Gamer. Merry Christmas to you all. I hope that today has been good. I hope Santa gave you what you wanted, or at the very least got something applicable or easy to trade in. So, I hope you've had a good day. And thanks for joining me if you are watching this on Christmas Day. I'd be surprised if you are, but if you are, then good to see you. If you're watching this post-Christmas Day, that's also cool. So, we are here for the final leg of our journey from York all the way across England to Sodor on the Sodor Santa Special with you in South Africa. We are here at Tebay and we are going roughly 25 miles to Grange over Sands and beyond. We will not be stopping at Grange over Sands. I will leave the brakes on because it's 1 in 146 and I don't know where. We'll be going along a lot of coast here. As we leave Tebay, we'll be going through such venerable places as Lowgill, Greyrig, other stations. There's not much in the way of stopping places. Well, there's going to be one here, isn't there? Oxenholme. And then, yeah, eventually to Grange over Sands, which is down here, and as I said, beyond, because we have to get to Sodor. So I believe we are clear to go, though. We're still seeing the snow from last time. Stick the headlights on, and away we go. See if we can do 80 mph, because we are actually going to be back on some sort of mainline track for this final bit. It's saying just over half an hour for this bit. Now this video will be longer than that because obviously we have the Sodor portion. And obviously we're not stopping at Grange over Sands, we're going straight through. Hopefully. As we pull past a 3F. Because we are of course in Midland territory now. Now on the West Coast main line. Yes, that is a 3F060. As we go on to the 90 mph section, which will very swiftly drop to 80 mph. Oh, it is 80 mph anyway. That's fine. As we leave Tebay. Oh, there's water troughs. Lovely. Yes, it's 1:30 in the afternoon in our game time. We left York 3.5 hours ago. I reckon we'll be in Sodor by about 2:30, 3 o'clock. So it would have been a 5-hour journey from York to Vicarstown. We are only going as far as Vicarstown. We are not going any further into Sodor than that because I haven't finished building it. If you're new to the channel and want to see what I've built on it so far, check out the link in the description below to my Sodor Snippets playlist, which I highly recommend. So, yes. Alright, let's have a look. Where are we? We're releasing some steam, that's fine, but we can put more power behind this. Now this is hopefully going to be one of the easiest sections, if not the easiest section, because it's mostly flat. I'm hoping, because we're certainly downhill, because we're heading towards the coast from the end of the Loon Gorge. So I am hoping that this will be a relatively easy section, and then the section on Sodor between Barrow and Vicarstown is ridiculously easy. Because it's just downhill and it's only going to take about 30 seconds to do. It'll take about 4 or 5 minutes, but still. We're already making some good progress. 35%. South Africa's done pretty well for what will be her last run on British Rail. It won't be, I'll use her again. If you don't know what I'm referring to, the reason I've chosen South Africa for this Sodor Santa Special is because in real life at time of recording, as far as I'm aware, she has had her last mainline run. Her owner is not at the moment considering overhauling her. Her boiler ticket has expired, and I believe she's going to spend some time on East Lancashire Railway, and then that will be it as far as I'm aware. Obviously, I don't claim to be well up with modern day steaming stuff, so if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, but that's the impression I was getting. Certainly at time of recording, I think it's had its day for now. It will eventually come back, hopefully, but it would all depend on what the owner decides to do. So we need to slow down to 60 to get through Low Gill, the West Coast Mainline platform. Yep, here we are, West Coast Mainline. But I do believe that Low Gill there's the West Coast Mainline, and then there's the Northwestern platform. We're definitely going the West Coast Mainline, not the Northwestern. Well, actually, what we're doing is we're going along the coast. So let's slow down. We go past the BR standard. But what kind of BR standard? A 460. Oh, good lord. A 460, there we go. Sorry, I've got a dual screen set up and sometimes my mouse is outside of the game. So I try and click to control the camera and then click on something outside the game window and it pauses. So I apologise for that. It's happened a few times in this particular run because this is the first time I've run TrainSim in a dual screen format since the rearrangement of the room I'm in as we come flying through Low Gill, 9.3 mph over the prescribed speed limit. Is that going to be another standard? It is another standard, yes. Either way, we're now heading towards a 90 mph, so we can open some taps here. Like I said, we are not stopping at Grange over Sands when we get there in 20 miles time. We will be blasting through our way through to Sodor. And then hopefully that will be hopefully you guys will have enjoyed this wintry journey across the spine of England. From York, we've gone from York up through Darlington, Darlington across to Barnard Castle, Barnard Castle across the Pennines to Tebay, and now we're doing Tebay to Grange over Sands. Tebay to Vicarstown via Grange over Sands. But it is via in name only. Like I said, we are not stopping at Grange over Sands. Nope, another one. That looks like a 3F as well. In fact, it is a 3F. It cannot go anywhere. Poor old 3F. Grey rig are coming through here. There it goes, flying through. This has been a nice experiment because, like I said, I want to do a larger thing like this where I join lots of routes together to make one big journey. And this was an experiment to see just how well it would work, and it's worked pretty well actually. I can't complain too much. In fact, the only real bit of bodging, the only real bit of editing magic is going to be getting us to Sodor. But But further down the line, I intend to extend my Sodor route from Barrow down to somewhere further down the bay. Probably not as far as Grange over Sands or anywhere that's covered in this route, but somewhere that's, you know, close, so I can realistically run locos from Arlesborough on the far west of Sodor all the way through to potentially London. So I could do Gordon Go. We could do Gordon Goes Foreign at some point, which I really think I might do with Gordon, with the Gordon model as well. So I would say, let me know if you'd like to see that in the comments. But I know my fan base. I know for a fact you guys would love to see me do a full run of Gordon Goes Foreign from Tidmouth all the way down to London. He ended up at St Pancras, didn't he? I don't have St Pancras, but either way, we're now at 90 mph, flying down the West Coast main line. We do hit a junction at some point, so we split so we can go down Grange over Sands. There it is, at Hincaster. And that's where we split away from the West Coast main line to go onto the coastal route. It does have a name. I can't remember what it is. It definitely does have a name. The sun over there. The weather in this game is really, really nice. Here we go. That is another 3F on a freight. As we go past Hayfell and underneath Peat Lane. We are hurtling around these corners at 89.6 miles an hour. This has been good. I like this experiment. I like this. I like playing TrainSim in this way. I like doing this a lot. This is a good way. This is a good way to play TrainSim. This is a good way of playing this game. I'll have to work out. Once I finish the Sodor route, I'll have to work out Gordon Goes Foreign. So we can do Tidmouth to Vicarstown. And it would be Vicarstown probably to Tebay. Then Tebay. Probably a lot of this backward. No, because then we could go down from Tebay down direct south. So we could look at places like going through Preston and Manchester and things like that. I'll have to have a think. There's going to be a few community routes in that, I think. And I will need to at least add one more proprietary route because I don't own the London to Brighton line, and an awful lot of stuff requires that. Awful lot of freeware downloads require that. Let's just slow ourselves a little bit so we are at least closer to 70 as we go through Oxenholme. Again, frame rate issues as it loads up. Like I've said, if you don't know which route this is, the Staymore, Shap and Eden Valley route from Steam Sound Supreme, it is quite heavy duty for a PC. I've got a relatively future-proof one, and as you can see, it takes its time sometimes to load up a lot of assets. So I'd recommend the route, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend it for what are commonly termed low-end PCs. So here we are. Here is Oxenholme. Just about had a chance to get in position before I come flying through at 70. Oh, very nice. And out to the distance. This is also a very nice route to drive, and it's a good route to get some high speed on. But it is the West Coast main line, I suppose. But it is a good route to get your high speed kicks on this one. actually most of the routes, most of the 3 routes we've driven so far are good to get your high-speed kicks on, because obviously York to Newcastle, East Coast Main Line, that's where things like Union of South Africa would have been plying their trade for much of their working life. Let me get my Santa hat to hobble down. But also you've got things like, obviously we've had the Weird Aunties down there, which includes the run up to Durham and Barnard's Castle and stuff like that, which again does have high speed potential. That's like high speed with this one. This West Coast Main Line, this has a lot of high speed potential. As you would have seen earlier on in the train simulator workshop routes playlist, where we did the main line over Shat with, which I'd never done before in any form, which we did with Leander, and we went to Tebay, I think. Did we go? No, we went from Tebay, I think. Either way, it's in this playlist. Not too many above this, I think. Actually, it was part of the 2020 Summer Steam Fest Gala Fest Steam Fest thing. And if you're wondering if I'm just forgetting what the name is, no, that's what I called it. That's what I called it. That's the name of the whole series. We need to slow because we're coming up to Highcaster Junction, Hincaster Junction, Hinkster. Is it anyone who lives up there? Is it Hincaster or Hinkster? It sounds like it's spelt Hincaster. I heavily suspect it's Hinkster. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments below if you have anything to bring to this conversation, because I guarantee you'll have more than I do to bring to it. Because let's see, what am I doing here? Oh, I'm cutting across. Yes, so I will need to slow down. I don't. No, I probably need to go even slower than 40. Start dragging it down towards the 30 mark. I hope you enjoy it. This is the first thing you'll see. It's not the first thing I've recorded, but it's the first thing you'll see with the new setup of the microphone up there and the camera here and everything set up on the new desk. So I hope you like it. I hope it's working. I hope my sound is nicer. So it's a semi-professional setup now, actually. So I'm kind of happy with it. So this is where we cross over now. We leave the main line, and that was the end of our high-speed running. Going to be 45, I reckon, from this point forward as we go across. Yeah, in reality, in the timeline of when this route is set, which I believe currently this is I'm playing it on the 1953 one, 1953 setting. There are 2 settings with this route, which is awesome. Yeah, you would never see a locomotive of this size going down this route to Grange over Sands. I don't imagine. I could be wrong, but I don't think. I mean, you certainly wouldn't see an A4 because, like I said, it's London North Western Territory and LMS territory, so you'd be seeing Lancashire and Yorkshire LMS stuff. So, yeah. Take from that what you will. I hope going back to what I said at the start, I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas day. I hope if you are taking advantage of the alterations to the bubble system, then fair play. We are going to see people. We're only going to see those that are in our bubble. But if you are choosing to take advantage of the system, which is acceptable, because at the time of writing they haven't changed that system. Time of writing, time of recording, that may have changed. I don't know. A lot of stuff ages poorly, I think. At times like this, when rules change like that. But either way, whatever you're doing, I hope you have had a wonderful time. I hope everyone in your family is safe and happy and well. And I hope all your friends are happy and well. I hope you watching this are happy and well. If you're watching this after Christmas, the sentiment is continued. But this was released on Christmas Day 2020, so hopefully the bubble references will. When this channel is 10 years old, further down the line, that will be a good dating reference point. So we're now coming to Heversham Station. then through Soundside, then through Methven, then through Grange over Sands, and it will be through Grange over Sands as far as it will let me. Through Kent's Bank and Clark platform, and Clark anyway, not Clark platform. And then there's the Lakeside and Hathwaite Railway, which isn't Heversham Station. There it is. We missed it. I was too busy looking at the maps. I've spent too much time looking at maps on this run. I've missed a lot of scenery. Oh, a bit more. We are going. Oh, how are we speeding? I've taken all power out, but we are going down a 1 in 95. So, pardon me. There we go, that's more like it. 6 miles away from Grange over Sands. I think at some point we go back to double track around the Grange over Sands area, I think. I'm not sure, but I think we do. Don't know how long for and what sort of level of double track, but I'm pretty sure it does become double track again as we are now getting closer to the sea and the coast. We'll start seeing a bit more lovely use of bridges here. I have to slow to 25 mph in a second. I was wondering why. Maybe it's just because I'm going through a platform. I mean, the point isn't why, the point is that I'm being told to do so, so I shall do that, but... there is 25 mph, so let's open up the brakes again. See next to us, there's a big estuary starting to open up as we get to the beaches of Cumbria. Here we are coming, just gently plodding through Sandside. So named because it's at the side of some sand. There we go, lovely. Joyful. Can't see much of the sand, but you can definitely see the sort of change in textures and doesn't just opposite my face. Can I open the taps again to back up to 45 mph. 5 miles away from Grange over Sands, and still a fair bit of way to go to get to Sodor. But not actually as far as you might think. Nice little cutting here. I am genuinely excited to finish this journey. I was excited to start it, I'm very excited to finish it. I'm hoping, because obviously I'm pre-recording all this so I don't get any feedback, so I'm hoping that you guys have enjoyed it as an adventure. And if you do want to see Gordon Goes Foreign, I will say, if you do want to see Gordon Goes Foreign when the mainline route on Sodor is finished scenery-wise, please do let me know, because I shall do it. I mentioned in the last video, if you want to see any other videos where we go from X place in Britain to Sodor, obviously I don't have full track. We haven't film all of it because there are bits of track that just don't exist. They haven't been made either by me or by the community in between certain places in Sodor, but I will certainly see what I can do. So if you just comment a place name in the comments below and let me know where you want to see me go from to get to Vicarstown, we can do a sort of journeys to Sodor thing. Places I can definitely do: London in some way, shape or form, Glasgow, Cardiff. Can't do Edinburgh. Birmingham, Manchester I could give a good go. So there's plenty of options. Sheffield I could do. There's plenty of options, so I might just do a series of travels to Sodor with various different locomotive types. I mean, potentially if I get enough warning and I can do a lot of UK TrainSim downloading, there's a lot of places I can go. I can get to Sodor from. But yeah, so if you have any ideas and you want to see anything, let me know. We do go double track as we go through Arnside. We'll watch this one from the footplate. So there's Arnside. Ah, yes. Of course we're now going to swap tracks. There we go. Yes, that's why I needed to slow down relatively quickly. There we go. Which is why this particular part of the route is not made for big express engines. There's the estuary there, and then we go across this big old bridge, which is foggy in the snow, so don't see much. There's an engine coming along in opposite direction. Get out into the bay. There we go. There's us going past a local being pulled by a BR standard, 460 by the looks of things. That's a logo I haven't used yet on the channel. I quite like them. Yes, there we are. Lovely. Oh, it destroyed an old destroyed signal box, unless I'm very much mistaken. Set an old destroyed railway building of some description. As we now try and put a little bit of pace on, since we can go 60 mph along this section of the railway. The sea is out to our left, inland is to our right if you're not familiar with the area. Yes, that is the estuary and the sea. I think the tide does actually make it up to here at points. I have an aunt who lives up here. I should probably have checked this out before. Stretches, all of the stretches. Ah, that was a clip. Gamer's shoulder. This is a bleak bit of railway to travel on during the winter when it's snowing, but at the same time it's got its own sort of beauty about it. Silence, phone. Meathrop up Main, and then Grange over Sound. Now I don't know what the situation is regarding how far past a place you can go on a quick drive. I think it might end up stopping, but the plan is to go flying through Grange over Sands and keep going. The reason I picked Grange over Sands is because this is the furthest west it would allow me to choose that I could spot from Tebay, but either way. We're now going to go through Grange over Sands station and continue on our way towards Sodor. I think it's going to be about 3 o'clock by the time we get there. I don't know, but that's what I think it's going to be. Flying over this road that goes out into the estuary. Oh, we're speeding. We are speeding. We are speeding. Where's Grange over Sands? Here is Grange over Sands. There we are. We don't see the loco approach. We can just see it fly through from here at Grange over Sands. Yep, here we are on Sodor. Well, not quite. We're at Barrow. Barrow station is just over there. Through the bridge, you can see in the far corner. We are going over one of the Walney spurs onto the Northwestern Main Line, or the connection to the Northwestern Main Line, which of course is the Sodorian Railways. There's a local going from Norranby to Barrow, and eventually beyond, because like I said, I intend to extend a little bit of English route up to probably Ulverston, maybe a bit beyond. Fortunately that wasn't ready in time for this video, but we shall adapt, adopt and improve. So yes, here we are. You'll see Barrow, because Barrow's had some work done to it, as has Vicarstown. You'll see that in detail in a different video. This is us finishing up our Sodor Santa special, which we started in York, down near, pardon me, 4.5 hours of driving ago, give or take. Obviously we've allowed for stops at stations. The snow is still falling down, but it has managed to clear somewhat as we make our way towards the Walney Channel and Sodor. That's a road we've just gone underneath. Yes, and then here is another one of the loops of track that make up the railway locales in Barrow, or it would be. I haven't put it in yet. Some scenery still needs working on, obviously, but here we are. We are now approaching the Walney Channel. There is actually a Welcome to England sign on this side of the Walney Channel. Obviously there is no Welcome to Sodor sign, because there isn't one that exists, and I'm not a model maker as far as TrainSim is concerned. If anyone wants to make me a Welcome to Sodor sign out there, you are more than welcome to. In fact, if you want to make me any assets for Sodor, let me know and send them to me. But here we go. Union South Africa is about to finish its run as it crosses over onto the bridge. We cross over onto the Walney Channel. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure that my routing hadn't gone awry, and it has, but never mind. Just down there, and then round here. How lovely. I don't know why it does that, but it does. But we were going slowly enough that it doesn't matter. That will something I can fix in the edit. Like I said, I built a route. I don't class myself as a route builder. But anyway, you will notice as we pull into Vicarstown, you will see some friendly looking faces waiting for us to complete the Sodorian welcome we have here. All 11 steam engines are here to meet us. So we've got Douglas, Donald, Oliver, Duck, Toby, Percy, Gordon, James, Henry, Edward, and of course Thomas, who I'm going to buffer up to apparently. Nope, I've actually pretty much managed to nail that perfectly. So there we are. We've made it. We've gone from York to Vicarstown with the Sodor Santa special. It's about time I let the passengers off so they can go and explore the island with one of the services taken by one of these guys. So I hope you've enjoyed that. It was the last little bit has been a bit of silly fun for me, but I like the fact that we can do that. We can travel literally across England in TrainSim without really breaking anything and without having to do too much jiggery pokery. So thank you ever so much for watching. If you have enjoyed what you're seeing, please like and subscribe. Check out the game TrainSim in the description below. Check out my other TrainSim stuff in the description below as well. Also check out my Sodor snippets where you can see more of the route we've just started on here at Vicarstown. More of the Sodor route, the Island of Sodor route, you can see again in the description down below. That's the Sodor snippets playlist. Check out the annotation on the screen you're about to see. Thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you've had a wonderful Christmas day. I hope you've enjoyed the last 4 days, the last 4 videos over this week. Have a very merry end to your Christmas. Thank you ever so much for watching. Goodbye.
Look at things like Railway Modeller, the magazine, or any modelling magazine. Other ones are available. I'm not being sponsored by Railway Modeller or not at all. Although Railway Modeller, if you're listening, Pico through and through. But what am I doing? What was that?